What can I say about Stephen Docherty and how he's positively impacted my life? Well, I would say predominantly through friendship. Friendship and shared values about the world, about people, about business, how it can be, how it ought to be, but predominantly through wonderful friendship. And 40 years ago, when Stephen was qualifying as the brilliant numbers man that he is, I was about 9 or 10 in 1980, and I was mostly doing this, scooting up and down the pathway on my skateboard. And in 1980, June, Don McLean was number one with this, which is now not working. Ah, there we go. Don McLean and me on a skateboard, crying every time I fell off. Thanks for great friendship, Stephen.
Congratulations on 40 years as an accountant. Sorry, so boring. Sorry.
Hi, Stephen. It's a tribute to you by David Neely organised this. He's clearly got nothing to do while he's on furlough. So, how have you impacted on me? I have to say, you're the best accountant that my firm has ever had. Maybe the only accountant. And then to cheer you up, what was I doing 40 years ago? Well, 40 years ago, I had my first decent haircut. And it feels like I was just going into lockdown. I don't think telling you what I've done in the last 40 years is going to cheer you up. But anyway, congratulations. It's been great to know you for these past few years, not the 40, and everything you've done for me. And I hope that the next little while sees you being very successful, not interrupted by children on the webcam. And I hope to see you and everyone else at Bounce soon. But anyway, congratulations, Stephen. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers.
Brother Stephen. How the world has changed in 40 years, but the tax man hasn't. By the grace of Elon, you've been here to help me through my most darkest times, my most challenging times. With those HMRC devils told me my parish couldn't buy a Gulfstream jet as an allowable expense, you were there. When Elon came to me in my dreams and told me to landscape my garden as an allowable expense, you were there. When George, the father of lies, Osborne, told me I couldn't write off my mobile sanctuary, you were there. Now, at the behest of brother Philip Wilson, you've managed to make my one-way trip to Mars an allowable expense. Bless you, brother Stephen, bless you, bless you.
So, how has Stephen Docherty impacted my life? Well, Stephen, you've always been the voice of reason for me, certainly when it's come to my suggestions for potentially questionable tax decisions that I'm making. You've always been very diplomatic in your answers, which, to be fair, is quite an art form, is quite a skill. So I think that's quite impressive, to be fair. So to that I say thank you. 40 years, wow. What was I doing 40 years ago? Well, this may come as a shock to you guys, but actually, I wasn't here. Despite how I look, being sub 40, my older brother was actually just being born. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what I was doing about then. But yes, Stephen, you've been more than a massive help and instrumental in helping me to get my business to where it is today. So to that, thank you and congratulations.
Hi Stephen, I just wanted to say a very big thank you for making me feel so welcome when I joined the Bounce Business Group last year. It very quickly became obvious who was in charge, organising the events and making sure we don't overrun when we're giving our regular updates. David had asked us to think about what we might have been doing 40 years ago. Well, I was in third year at school, 15 years of age, and I'm quite sure you're taste in music and television programs would have been slightly different from mine. It would have been Police, Blondie, ABBA, the music front, and things like Grange Hill, Not the 9 o'clock news, and The Professionals on the television front. And anyway, you'd have been far too busy studying for your exams. Anyway, thanks again, and catch up soon. Cheers.
Oh, and it was far away, and the accountancy exams were much harder than they are today. But Brainbox Docherty passed them all with ease. Now don't get carried away with this tribute, please. It's not a licence to up your fees. Now I'm not familiar with how you get into accounts. Maybe it was a lure of making large amounts. Whatever it was, I'm glad you did, because your expert advice has saved me a right few quid. Well, 40 years ago, when Stephen was storming those exams, I was 6 months into a now 40-year apprenticeship in construction. I had also started experimenting with the effects of alcohol, which carries on today. So cheers to 40 years, Stephen.
Hi Stephen, congratulations on 40 years anniversary of your accountancy qualifications. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you over these last few years. You're an inspiration to me for my getting out on my bike, cycling, all the charity work that you do, and the stories that you have to tell around that are fascinating. Also, the way that you support the team and you really want to invest in them and help them to grow the business. It's all really lovely to see. And lastly, thank you for introducing me to the Bounce team as well. So that's also been a great network for me to build from. And where was I 40 years ago today? I'm still in nursery, learning my ABCs and my 1, 2, 3s. So quite a contrast from what you would have been doing at the time. And hopefully we can get together face to face soon to celebrate properly. But well done. What a great achievement. Talk to you soon.
Hi, Stephen. So congratulations. 40 years ago. Ooh, exams. Bloody hell. Well, how's my life been impacted by you? Well, I know my books are organised. I may not be, but my books are. And I'm very pleased to have you and your team behind me because, it'd be a muck otherwise. So yeah, and helping me get so many other things sorted out. So very pleased to have made your acquaintance and dragging me along at the Bounce too, because I really value Bounce, and yeah, that was your foresight. So well done, thank you. What was I doing 40 years ago when Stephen was working on? I was studying hard too. I was 10 40 years ago, and I was studying hard because the first maths exam I ever sat, I got 7 out of 100. Actually, only bettered by my first English exam, where I got 3 out of 100. So anyway, maths and English slightly better now, probably not much, but 40 years ago, yes, I was probably told to work harder and to pay attention and stop being distracted by all those other things going on. But anyway, so while you were studying really hard, I was really studying hard too. But anyway, so Stephen, 40 years, congratulations. Good on you. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.